My joints stop understanding movement the way desperate men stop understanding the word no.
That my teeth are straight, that my desire is not.
String our failures like rosary beads wrapped around our straining throats.
I want you to sing to me. Your voice is the thunderstorm that shatters the heat.
I feel like punctured glass all at once. I feel like thickets trying to burst through my skin.
Sometimes skeletons look sexy and taste like sweat.
I turn the most vulnerable parts of myself into exhibitions, hoping the both of us will learn from this.
We decided to call the poetry journal we produced Tandem because we're tying together two very distinct and different things. The ephemeral moment of performance and a more permanent record of that moment.
I think that people have an idea of what slam poetry or spoken word poetry is or can be that is a very limited one, but I think that there's actually kind of a good breadth to this book.
What if all we rewarded at a show was great writing? And that's when we came up with the idea to have the prize for a show, instead of it being money or bragging rights, be getting published with some of the most influential and interesting writers in the country.
You need to think about your writing if you're going to participate in the show, because the prize of the show is you being published.
So there's a panel of 5 editors selected at random from the audience, similar to the traditional slam format, and they give you feedback with their scores. And at the end, the cumulative score of how you've done over the 3 rounds, if you've survived the 3 rounds, is determines who wins and who gets accepted into the journal.
I guess there isn't really anything else like it. It sort of combines both a judgmental editorial staff and a judgmental poetry slam judge, you know?
The people who are represented in Tandem are really exceptional.
I'm stoked to have my work next to them, and they're not even just writers from the Bay, it's people from all over the country that have come together and slammed on the same stage and ended up in Tandem.
What Tandem is, literally, is exactly how each of those artists were at that show.
That strange magic thing that happens in like the telling of a story or a narrative.
Like a photograph of exactly how those people were in that moment. And it's also a portrait of how the audience was because of the work that they chose.
It's not something that's been done before, and so I'm interested to see what it looks like.
It's different because I think that, like, for me, slam often is still about sending off work into an abyss, but it's one that you are always guaranteed to have some sort of feedback from.
I think there's something that happens in a poem that like makes all of the language that's constantly moving in my head stop. And my bones vibrate.
And it's combining both of those forces in a very beautiful, complex way.
And this is the proof that those moments were had and shared by a group of people in a basement on Valencia Street. So it's an artifact and will be one.
It's about to be crazy. Like, these are all fantastic writers and performers, but fantastic writers. I'm excited. And the fact that my poems are going to be next to theirs is crazy, and that's its own conversation.
The dead dog followed me everywhere.
I feel like I'm
Tandem.
Get up on
This October. This November. In stores. Everywhere.
Damn, now I need a dead dog poem.
That's
some
it.
shit.
That's what our theme is for our 2nd year anniversary.
Yeah.